RT is sitting down with Luke Rudkowski, American activist, journalist, and the founder of the organization We Are Change. Luke, thanks for sitting down with us today. Now, can you tell us more about your organization? What kind of change are you exactly?
We Are Change is a grassroots, bottom-up organization that talks about real issues that the mainstream media never even wants to touch or deal with. We are activist journalists going out there asking the hard questions to journalists, corporations, big banks that the mainstream media never even dares to ask, and we get amazing reactions. We put those videos out on the internet, and people get to see true, unedited, real journalism without no corporate sponsors.
What are the hard questions?
Well, we go up to members of the secretive elite Bilderberg group, and we ask them, we shake their hands and we ask, can you please tell us what happens when you meet with the world's elites in banking, media, corporations, and governments all around the world in secret? And whenever we ask them this question, we get amazing responses. I mean, I literally had people shaking my hand, and as soon as I stopped asking the question, this person just literally walks away from me in silence. You see just a shock on his face, and he walks away without even talking to me after I was just shaking his hand. I actually had Vernon Jordan tell me, we want it secret, we want it private. There's no need for the media to be there. And that's where they set the real policy. I mean, even the chairman of the Bilderberg Group came out recently and said that he helped, the Bilderberg Group helped establish the European Union. And then these people are going to tell me that they don't establish policy. We keep putting them on record. And we get many important things on the record. We confront politicians about the truth behind 9/11. Our confrontation with Senator Joe Biden went viral all over the internet because we asked him what he was doing with the financer of Muhammad Atta before 9/11, after 9/11, and even on the day of 9/11 when he met with Pakistani chief of the ISI, Mahatma Ahmed, who financed Muhammad Atta and wired $100,000 to him. We asked him, why were you meeting with the financer of Muhammad Atta, days within 9/11? And he told me, there's diplomatic immunity. We didn't arrest Khrushchev when he came here. But I'm like, this is the hijacker. Osama bin Laden is still free. You know what he told me? He said, get a life, kid. Get out of here. I mean, our work is amazing because we put people on record and they knowingly lie to us. And we have the documents, we have the sources, we have the video that prove that these people are lying to us. Lying to us. These politicians are lying to us. We confronted hundreds of politicians, even celebrities, and who give us endorsements and support us in what we're doing. But it's key to go out there as real journalists and ask the questions that the mainstream media is not asking. And they're not asking real questions. And for doing that, we get persecution, we get death threats, harassment, and I even got arrested, falsely arrested a couple days ago because of it.
What do you think America needs, and why would it want the kind of change that you are offering?
Look what kind of world we're living in right now. The wars are continuing. Taxes are getting bigger. The elite are getting stronger. 1% of the population owns pretty much 80% of the world's wealth, and the people, right now more than ever, are getting screwed over by these elitists. And we have to expose that and tell everybody, we are the people. We are the majority of the people. We have the power and authority to do what we want. And we have to start rising up and believing in ourselves and empowering ourselves as human beings.
What about the change that the American government is offering? Why is that not enough for you?
Because it's not really changed. It's the same policies. People have to understand, even though there's a Democrat now in office than before there was a Republican, the elite institutions like the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, they hold power whether it's Democratic or a Republican president because they are the institutions of the elite globalists who are running things behind the scenes. It is these people that institute these policies, and these policies are the same. I mean, the wars are continuing. Barack Obama sends 17,000 troops to Afghanistan. He's leaving troops in Iraq. He's bombing Pakistan. That's pretty much the same policies as the Bush administration. He's also keeping Bush documents secret. His Justice Department is not going after the Bush administration, actually protecting them. They're also keeping policies of rendition. And, everybody thinks, Barack Obama closed down Guantanamo Bay, but there's still Bagram Airport open in Iraq that Obama wants to leave open, twice as big as Guantanamo Bay, that tortures people. And, of course, the policy of rendition is still one of his favorites that he is keeping from the Bush administration. So we see more of the same policies being kept the same.
Why do the people who oppose you call you guys conspiracy theorists and basically say that what you claim is not true?
There's nothing theoretical about what we talk about. We have sources, we have documents, we have evidence, and we go out there as real journalists and we talk to people. We show people documents. We show people even mainstream news articles that admit to everything that's happening right now. People call us conspiracy theorists because it's a bad name. It's a dirty word. I don't theorize on anything. I'm not a theorist, but they say I do because they want to make believe what I'm doing is fake, and all the real issues that I'm covering are just theories and they're not truth. But they are truth, and we find out that they really are extremely important to us when we go out there into the field and talk to the people that we need to talk to.
You're one of the organizers of many protests, both in New York and all over the United States. What are you trying to achieve by these protests, and is it really a way to get your point across to the people?
I really don't like to say protest. What we really do out there is we go out there every Saturday, and some people call it a protest. I call it a vigil when we go out there. And we have 5,000 flyers, and we have hundreds of DVDs, and we give those out for free to the people, and we talk to people. That is way more important than holding a protest and screaming to each other, holding signs to each other, and we talk to people. We ask them what do they think, and do they know about this, and we show them the documents. We show them we give them pamphlets and DVDs so they can watch home and make up their own mind.
You were recently arrested for allegedly trying to question the mayor of New York. What happened there exactly? Why were you arrested?
Well, I actually went out to an event that Mayor Bloomberg was doing. Mayor Bloomberg knows me well, very well, because within the last couple of months he actually said if I left him alone, he would help support the 9/11 first responders, all those heroes who are sick and dying. I laid off of him. I stopped trying to interview him. I stopped asking the hard questions to him. And just recently, I had first responders contact me and tell me, Luke, he lied. He just cut 5,000 workplace benefits for first responders. He's not supporting the James Droga bill. He's not helping us out. He lied. Luke, please go get him. Please go ask him the real questions about why he's not helping the sick and dying 9/11 first responders, and why is he denying even more help than ever before today, when we need it most. So I went out there to an event at Mayor Bloomberg. As soon as I went up there, I had police intelligence identify me, take me away, bring me downstairs, and they said, you're detained. I was asking, can I please leave? Can I please get out of here? They were like, no, you're detained. You stay here. You can't go anywhere. They had guards around me at all times. They came back within a couple minutes saying, we told him to leave. He wouldn't leave. And then they arrested me. And then I spent Saturday and Sunday in the bookings. They kept all the video cameras that I had. Everything that happened, they are keeping the video cameras. They're keeping the evidence of what happened that day as criminal evidence. So I don't even have my cameras with me today. My friends who came and were filming me getting arrested, just filming me getting arrested, they were also arrested for criminal trespassing. So it was me and 3 of my friends who are now facing criminal trespassing charges for trying to go out there and ask Mayor Bloomberg a serious question about why is he not supporting real 9/11 heroes who are sick and dying from the government's lie on 9/11.
You do a lot of work trying to bring the attention of the American public back to the events of 9/11. And I've personally witnessed a couple of your protests and a couple of your events, and I've seen people often get pretty aggressive about what you were saying and claiming. Why do you think that is?
9/11 is very emotional to many people. Many people were very affected by it. I was. But people don't understand. I mean, the mainstream media targets us as terrorists, as these crazy conspiracy theorists. These guys are crazy and loony. They don't know what they're talking about. But that's not what we're about, and people don't understand us. So I always try to calm people down and make them understand that it was the victim family members who started this movement. We have sources and documents of real evidence that people really need to look at to understand 9/11. We do know what we're talking about. We know what we want. And the family members are not getting the justice. First responders are still sick and dying from 9/11 because they were lied to about their air quality.
Would you consider yourself a revolutionary?
I don't know what you would consider me. I'm just trying to do as much as I can in my young life to affect the positive changes I can. We raise money to help first responders. We're more of a community grassroots organization trying to help people with education, information, and proper health care for the first responders.
The reason I'm asking that is because the number of people, namely freedom activists, tends to be growing. People who say that possibly in the next couple of years there's going to be a sort of a revolution in the United States. What is your opinion on this?
People are slowly waking up because they're being more affected now than ever. I mean, and people are seeing that we were right. We were right about the economy. We were right about Barack Obama. When everybody was saying the economy's going to be fine, when everybody's saying, oh, Obama's going to be the biggest change, the greatest guy, the Messiah, we were telling people, no, we have to understand things. And we only know things because we look at their documents. We see what the globalists and elites say. We we understand that because we study and research the subject at length. And people see that we have a greater understanding and grasp than the mainstream media. The mainstream media is failing right now. Nobody's buying their newspapers. People aren't watching TV as much as they can. They're going on the internet. And when they go on the internet, they can look at things whatever they want. And they have that freedom. Within a couple strokes of that keyboard, they can look up and know anything they want. And they get a funny feeling. There's something inside, you know, people right now that are slowly waking them up, saying there's something wrong right now. There's something that the government and media are not telling us. There's something that these corporations are doing wrong. And they're going on our website and saying we were right all this time. And now they're joining us, and they're joining, you know, our organization has grown to 90 chapters within 2 years.
My last question, what kind of future do you want to see for the United States?
Right now we're in economic turmoil, and throughout history, you look at governments like China, Russia, and Germany, whenever there's economic turmoil, you have people like, you know, Mao Zedong, Stalin, and Hitler rise up with the cult of personality, very similar to what Barack Obama, with his cult of personality. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I see a huge uprising right now of people waking up every single day.
Rudkowski, thank you for your time with us.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.